Okay. So you guys are left with these two quests. The Dwarven Excavation quest and the Gnomengarde quest, which I can reiterate to you guys if you guys need more information about that again.
Right, so I imagine that Mickey and Varys are down at a table in the common room eating like eggs and bacon or something for breakfast. We're just like discussing the next day's events. Alright, Varys. We've gotten one mission out of the way. We've got two left. If I recall, one involved looking for some gnomish contraptions, and the other one was investigating an ancient dwarven mine. What are your tastes?
Well, given the fact that after just dealing with that manticore, I don't, as per se, think that we are exactly ready to deal with a dragon, which clearly was stated in that Dwarven Excavation area. And I feel like these gnomes may have something that you, with your sly tongue, might be able to get from them that can help us with this dragon problem that is inevitable for us to deal with. I'd rather go into something with everything in our favor than jumping in blindly.
Bolster our arsenal, so to speak. What was the name of the place? The gnome place?
Gnomengarde?
Gnomengarde. Do I know anything about Gnomengarde? Like, have I heard anything, or is it renowned for something?
I would probably say that I'd be wondering the same thing if I recall anything about Gnomengarde in my previous travels.
Let me get a history check, guys.
History.
Okay. So, you guys know that the caves in Gnomengarde are carved into the base of a mountain southeast of Fandolin around a narrow waterfall. You know, from just around the city, that these guys create little minor magic items that are useful, but they're nothing too crazy, but that they can help you around in your adventures. You also know that they have two married kings that rule in tandem, known as Nerkly and Corbos.
Nerkly and Corbos. Write that down. Nerkly and Corbos. Alright. I don't have any arguments for going for
Oh, I was muted.
Gnomengarde first.
Did you say Nerkly and Corbo? Are those people?
They're gnomes.
Gnomes.
They're the little gnomes.
Sorry.
How racist is your character?
You guys are good.
I just assumed Nerkly was spelled with a GN. Because they're gnomes.
It actually is with the GN.
Ah!
Oh, you said...
It's that history check. You knew a little bit about them.
Oh, you said You said Nergly. I thought you said Nerkly.
I think it is Nerkly.
It is. Yep. Gnerkli, Gnerkli, and Corboz, Korboz.
Way off.
Close enough. You just got to get the phonetics right. You don't have to spell their names when you talk to them.
Nope. Unless you want to say Gnerkli
Right.
with a GN every time you talk to him.
Yeah, I'm gonna call him Gnerkli to his face.
Gnerkli, yes. Yes, go tell the kings Gnerkli.
King Gnerkli.
Good night, Gnerkli. Yeah, that'll end up well. They'll bite your ankles.
Alrighty. So we'll just get our bearings on the easiest route to take. Ask any of the locals if they've ever been to Gnomengarde.
Gnomengarde?
Now that
Gnomengarde?
now this is
To the Gnome Garden.
this is kind of a question like out of character. So with thieves can't. I was kind of reading up on it, and is there anything that I see around that might be any sort of like symbols of anything that was left over by like previous
Does Phandalin have an underground?
yeah.
Rephrase that question one more time, because I was like
So
all
I
over
guess
the place.
so I guess like with it hold on, let me just do this.
I think he's like looking around for any signs of thieves' can't.
Yeah, like any sort of like secret signs and symbols used to convey short whatever, whether loot is nearby or whether the people in an area are easy marks or will provide a safe house for thieves on the run. But it also is, I guess, just anything that like maybe like hidden that's to kind of like, I don't know.
Signs of the Phandalin Mafia.
I'm just trying to think. I don't know, any sort of like possibly like secret messages or anything
Okay.
like that that's like around.
Go ahead and roll an investigation check. Okay. You see two little gnomes, kind of looking around, a little suspicious. You see them moving their hands a little bit and saying, giving some signs to each other back and forth, very, very vaguely translated to trouble at home with the kings. And they seem a little worried. And they're just drinking back and forth, right? They're just stressing out right now.
And I'm guessing they're like sitting at a table like close by.
Yeah, but they, like I said, they're pounding drinks. They're not too keen to talk to anyone else. They would be talking a little bit more openly. They're not speaking per se in symbols, but you just from your adventures, you're able to pick up some symbols here and there. Certain words that kind of are that overlap with a language that you understand. But all you're able to grasp is, there's some kind of an issue going on there with the kings.
Their sign language somehow has a thick accent.
Yeah, very thick accent.
Okay. So I'm gonna tell Mickey, basically just, hey, like,
Yeah, because
I'm not sure. Yeah, right. So I'm gonna just basically just tell him like, so I just am overhearing these two gnomes to our right, talking about troubles at home that may possibly be in reference to where we're going.
Mickey adopts a he narrows his eyes and adopts a calculating look. You want me to try to go schmooze him? Maybe like get some guides, or at least ask him what's going on.
Yeah, I'll go with you, just in case. Obviously, if they're of the shady type, then they may be a little bit more keen to talk with me. But I'll let you go ahead, and I'll go with you, and obviously just make them aware that I know what they were talking about, and you kind of take the lead.
All right. Rule 101 of the schmooze. Never go in expecting to get something without offering something first. So before going over to the gnomes, I will first go over to the bar and purchase 2 fresh drinks for our new gnomish friends.
Okay.
Perhaps to wet their palate and loosen their tongues.
Okay. Bartender just slides 2 ales to you, and just that'll be just 1 copper piece each.
1 copper piece each. All right. 30.
All I have is gold.
First world problems.
I give him 1 gold, and I spend 35 minutes counting out the change. I'm down to 34 gold. 9 silver, and 8 copper pieces.
Bartender looks at you strong and is like, you'd be of rich blood.
I'm sorry.
Just
I haven't been to the bank
Take
recently.
it. Just please.
Okay.
Spare me. And he just pushes them to you, just kind of giving you like a look of like, you think you're better than me. Just kind of pushes them over, then just kind of eyes you for a little bit. As he's cleaning a dirty mug. He's just cleaning it up right now, just looking at you like,
If I find the
Ferris is
time,
just
I'll
gonna
give you a couple hours of entertainment for free, okay?
Ferris is just gonna have this like dumbfounded
We'll
look
see.
on his face.
Alright. So I grab the 2 mugs and I saunter over to the gnome table and say, "Gentlemen, I hope I'm not being too presumptuous, but my compatriot and I here are going to be making our way over to shit, every time I think I know the name, I forget it.
Gnomengarde.
Gnomengarde! Got it. I'm not writing it down, that's too funny. We're making our way over to Gnomengarde, and we were hoping you could either give us directions or perhaps offer to guide us. Or at least give us some news on the lay of the land. And I just like slide the drinks over to him.
They give you a little bit of a look for a second, kind of finding out like, why are you talking to them? Because they're over here, they're not really talking, they're just signing a little bit, so they kind of a little confused by you. But as gnomes, they
no! I either rat out my friend that he knows thieves can't, or I just play it off as me being extremely racist because I need advice from gnomes on a gnome place.
Jesus. So we live here in the city.
Oh no!
Just like now, like I said, you can tell a little stressed out. So they end up grabbing the ale and just gluck, 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 gluck. They start chugging it down and just dropping it down, wipe their mouth, and they look at you and what would you like to know?
Well, we're going to be spending some time over in Gnomengarde? Yeah, I got it. Okay.
Oh my god.
We're going to be spending some time over in Gnomengarde, hopefully maybe doing a bit of mercenary work. And we were just... Look, I don't want to sound racist or anything, but if you guys know anything of the political climate over there, I know they've got its own ruling body and whatnot, but any advice would be much appreciated.
Ooh, your bet's as good as mine. There's a lot of chaos going on there. The kings are going insane, and nobody knows what's going on. Nobody's doing their jobs.
I mean, surely such bright-looking, well-informed men such as yourselves could offer up some detailed information, and I will slide a gold piece each across the table to them.
Well, what I can tell you, it's a very dark place. Caverns, lots of nooks and crannies. You're probably going to want to look for the aids of the kings. Well, when you go in, you go in, you go up the ramp, you make a right, you keep going straight, you make another right. If you go through the waterfalls, you're drowning. You go through the bridge, and then careful, there's some traps, but then you go in a little bit more, and there should be some people there that can help you out.
Alright, there's traps, 2 rights, avoid the waterfall. Alright, I think I got it.
You'll need
You get
the
all
aids.
that, Varys?
Yeah.
Surely you'll need some help while you're there.
I mean, the more the merrier.
Oh, not from us. There should be some people around there probably laying around doing nothing. Maybe they can help.
Got a work ethic crisis over there, I see.
There's hardly any work. Ba-doomps.
Alrighty, I see. Economic woes. Trouble all over the world. Thank you for your time, gentlemen.
And as you start getting up, they kind of look at you and they tap on the table, kind of waiting for that payment that you offered.
Oh yeah, I tossed down the 2 coins.
Pleasure doing business with you. And they grab it and they start walking back to the bartender, and you realize they're really gonna just drink a whole gold's worth of alcohol. So 50 rounds.
No.
50 rounds of ale each.
I just gave more gold for them to give to the bartender to annoy him.
And then the bartender grabs the coin and he looks at it and he looks back at you.
Don't look at me, it's not my gold.
He looks back at you. Oh, rich blood. And then he just starts lining up the ales for them, like, here.
I mean, how much ale can a gnome body possibly contain?
You'd be surprised.
It's magic.
Literally a gold's worth each and not be dead.
Alright, let's get out of here, Varys. I don't want to be accused of secondhand manslaughter via alcohol poisoning.
Yeah. I think we've gotten enough information on what we might need.
Alright.
Anything else, gentlemen?
I mean, I only shot 1 arrow. I mean, I have 19 arrows left.
Boy, was it an arrow. You did, like, all the damage with that 1 arrow.
I don't think,
Oh, I'm ready to go.
I don't think I need anything.
Okay.
Onward to high adventure. I believe we're going southeast.
Correct. Cue the montage, and you guys are there.
Bam, bam, bam. Bam, bam,
Cue the
bam,
montage
bam.
music.
We did it!
You guys have made it. Trying to change something here.
And that's the story of how I got into a fight with a pigeon in a bar and lost.
I just start. As you arrive, you follow a stream uphill to the base of a mountain, where waterfall erosion has carved out a natural concavity.
I was about to ask you how that stream was flowing uphill, but then I caught myself.
The roaring waterfall creates a cloud of mist as it plunges into a shallow pool of water, within which rise two small islands covered with 2-foot-tall red, green, and purple mushrooms. Several cave openings overlook the pool from the rocky ledges 20 to 30 feet above you. The mountain blocks any sunlight from reaching this place. So you guys right now should be seeing just a little bit of Ronnie, correct? You guys should not be able to see the whole map.
Yep, I do not. I can only see about maybe 20 squares.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like just a small portion of river or stream.
Okay. You guys are free to explore. Obviously,
I've never been here.
don't just
Sit
shoot
there.
around, obviously, but
Yeah.
you guys are free to explore at the moment.
I was gonna
Where
say,
where
you
are those
just
colorful mushrooms
disappeared
located?
off of my view.
Are any of those colorful mushrooms edible?
They are in the middle of the cavern, so you would not be able to get to them.
No. Some other time. Had grilled portobello mushrooms once, and they were delicious. All right, Varys, you take the lead. I'll follow behind.
Okay. So we're moving southeast to Gnomengarde. Do we know like how many like days or hours like travel this is?
It's about half a day.
Okay.
So again, you guys are early risers, so it's probably around maybe noontime right now.
Okay. So I would probably say we just go kind of like at a steady pace, like not like trying to obviously like run there.
I mean, we're not trying to be sneaky, right?
Yeah. I don't see there being any sort of reason to.
Like, officially, we're here to, like, request aid, right? On behalf of Phandalin? Or just acquire gnomish goodies?
No one knows you're here.
No one knows we're here, but, like, on the sheet of paper that was on the board posting, what was our task?
Officially, to bring back something magical.
All right.
A magical
Resource
adventure.
acquisition. I can work with that. So
But there is the only name that we do have for there is a Harbin Wester.
Harbin Wester. See,
That
like,
is the
contact?
town master that'll pay you for it.
Oh, okay.
So he's like the mayor.
That's the mayor, yeah.
The mayor of Fandom.
Gotcha.
All right.
Okay.
So
Well-
we know the names of the two kings, and I am assuming that's who we need to talk to get this squared away.
Right.
So
So
those gnomes said, head in, take a right, take another right, avoid the waterfall, and then there's some traps that we might have to get past. I'll leave that to your keen investigative abilities.
right. So are we in this cavern, or is this just like out in the open?
No, you're inside the mountain right now. You can't see anything. It's pitch black in here. These guys.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
I will.
okay. So I'll start.
There's very, very, very low lighting in here since this is a gnomish area. They all can see just like you do, so it's just unnecessary resources for them to have a light system besides some torches every so often.
Mickey will pull out a torch.
You have dark vision.
Oh, for Varys'. Oh wait, no, you're half elf too.
Both of you have dark vision
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
Morgar's the only one that had to worry about that, but you guys have dark vision, so
Okay.
So
everything
I'll just
looks
kinda-
like maybe mid-afternoon to you guys, right? You guys can see everything like if it's
Yeah.
like 4 or 5 p.m. It's still it's not sun bright, but it's bright enough that you can see everything pretty clearly.
All right. Varys, head up to about there and have a peek around what looks like a corner up there.
Okay. So I'm gonna
I'll wait back here and cheer you on.
I'm gonna I'm gonna stealth my way up to that corner.
Go ahead and roll a stealth roll for me.
Oh shit.
It's fine.
You basically start tripping all over rocks. Rocks just keep falling around you. Better go ahead and move.
So we're on the outside of the traps, so we can assume, or we can deduce, that they put those there possibly for like wandering monsters, which we may encounter until we get into the city proper.
Right.
So let's be on our toes out here.
So I'm seeing a trail that's going up to the right, and the river splits off into two, and possibly splits off into two. There we go. That's not what I want. Alright. I'm gonna keep making my way.
Making my way downtown.
Well, we're in the cavern. I'm gonna.
Ooh.
Share.
Mickey sees the mushrooms.
They are glowing.
Looks like just a little island.
Are they like
Um,
super large?
They're about 3 by 3.
Do we see any like creatures or anything that like live in this cavern?
Not at the moment.
Okay.
Everything looks
Mickey
pretty
is
quiet.
curiosity piqued. Would like to like approach the bank of the river branching right here and just like peer over into the mushrooms and see if he can see what he can see inside the mushrooms. Is there anything hiding in there? They're basically like the size of bushes, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check for any traps that might be in this area.
Roll an investigation. There's no traps in front of you.
Okay. I'm gonna move here. Hmm.
Ooh, there's even more mushrooms.
So that's a tunnel.
Anything magic I can use to acquire mushrooms? No,
Levitate over the water.
tie a rope around an arrow, fire an arrow into the mushroom, pull the mushroom in. Oh, I don't have a bow and arrow with me, so
Okay.
it'll just
Oh.
be sad.
You really want these mushrooms, don't you?
I mean, interesting.
So I'm gonna move to here. And
Well, hold on. Let's be realistic in this fantasy world for a second. These mushrooms come up to about waist height, and they're about just as wide as we are. So, like, if we did acquire one, it would be some work to carry it with us. So, until I can just get a chunk of one, well, maybe you can fire.
how deep is this water?
It looks pretty dark.
Well, can you? Oh, well, here's this bridge right over there.
There's a
That doesn't
bridge.
help us. Yeah, where I'm standing, there's a bridge to the south. Or it looks like a rope bridge. Well, there's these two tunnels off to our right.
About a 10-foot. It's about a 10-foot tall bridge, about 10 feet off the ground.
There appears to be a path leading up into some caves, like over here. That might lead to the bridge, but I don't know. And hang on.
I'm gonna
Can
say,
I see like over here? Is that an elevated or a lowered part? Like
That is
that's
elevated.
an elevated.
That is
elevated? Okay. So that's a steep incline.
Correct. About 30 feet.
Oh. That was a very tall cave.
Well, he said the people that we talked to, or that you talked to, said that we're gonna make two rights, and with the look of this right over here, that tunnel system, that doesn't look like you're gonna be making a right. Like it looks like it's gonna be like a left, and obviously a left there.
There's only one way to find out.
Get up here.
Well, try to take a shortcut and get to that entrance up there.
Yeah, and try to scale it. I mean, I have. Let's see here. We got a rope.
It's 30 feet and we're elves. We can do it.
Let's see. Yeah, So on my rope it says 10. So does that mean I only have 10 feet of rope?
Correct.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna say we're, well, I don't think there's really no way to measure, obviously, like how high this like raise is. Is it like a slope or is it like a straight up like drop off right here?
It's not 90 degrees, but it's probably somewhere around like 70. So it's a pretty steep incline.
Still got a little bit of a climb.
All right.
How much distance would it like from like top to bottom?
About 20, 25 feet.
How much rope do you have? Like what do you even have rope?
I have. Actually, don't have any rope on me. I have a bedroll, 3 costumes, and several musical instruments.
Nice. Alright.
So I could dress as someone who's capable of climbing a cliff.
That'll do
No,
no
here.
good.
Since you're probably more dexterous than I am, how about I go first? Or no. Either I can go first so that if I fail, you'll be down here to catch me, or you can go first and possibly tie your rope off to something up top if you can find something. Or you can just hold on to the other end and try to hoist me.
Right. Like on belay.
Climbing. Climb on.
So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna try and, oh man, that's gonna be, yeah, so I'm gonna try and like kind of,
You know what? Maybe it's
Like-
easy. Let me just like
Well,
lay
I'm
my
I was gonna-
hands on this wall, and we'll see if there's like maybe there's easy handholds.
Go ahead and roll an athletics check.
Oh jeez. Not acrobatics.
You got a front flip over and over again? You get about a foot and a half off the ground, and then you slide right back down.
How far am I, Varys? It feels like I've climbed 100 feet.
you're
I'm
doing
doing
good,
it.
buddy. You're
I'm
doing
really
good.
doing it.
No,
You're doing
catch
good.
me! I'm gonna fall. Ah! 2 inches.
Alright, I'm gonna just try and kind of like parkour my way up there.
No hands, only kicking off rocks.
Go ahead and roll an athletics check.
Don't fail me. Yeah.
Hey!
You get a little bit higher. You kind of cramming your fingers into the dirt this time, and you find a little bit of solid grounding. You go hand after hand after hand, a lot more stable than Mickey. But as you start getting closer to the top, the gravel just loosens up and you slide right back down.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, let's take the handicap ramp.
The heck. Alright.
It was a good idea. For some other adventurers.
Yeah. Alright. Well,
So
make
Mickey
our
will
way
go
up here.
up to the top and I'll just like stand at the entrance and get a little peek inside. Do I see anything untoward? Like, I don't know,
Up here.
an obvious trap waiting to be sprung?
Go ahead and roll a perception for me.
Stand back, Mr. Thief. I will devise these traps.
Okay.
Perception. Oh, lucky 13.
You don't see any traps, but you do hear to your left, just on and on chatter, just a little bit of high-paced conversations going on.
Do I recognize the language?
They are speaking in common right now.
Oh. Sounds like we got some folks over to our left.
I'm gonna try and stealth my way to like right there and see if I can overhear what they're talking about.
Go, sneak thief.
So you're moving where?
I'm gonna stealth my way right there so I can kind of be like hidden behind the corner to see if I can overhear them talking.
Which way are you facing right now? Are you facing east? Oh, assuming north is straight up. Are you facing east or west, south, north? What way are you facing right now?
So like I'll be like hugging that wall
Okay.
because you said that to the left they're
Uh-huh.
like up here like chit chatting. So I'm gonna be like hugging the wall, like facing obviously like this direction, but trying to overhear them without them
And
noticing that I'm there.
Mickey's just facing east down the hall.
Okay. Whereas you kind of just hear to your right, you just hear chaos like, get the food, prepare the food. We need to get this out now, now, now. And then you also hear behind you, just behind you and to your left, you just kind of hear just some, again, chattering.
So might be the kitchen up there, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Well, maybe it's like the secret entrance, I guess.
Maybe. It's not very secret. There's a path up here.
Right.
If it is secret, they have done a terrible job. 2 stars on Bard Yelp.
I mean, you said that they're speaking common.
Mm-hmm. Probably gnomes.
I mean, would we hear anything like any sort of like difference in their voice to kind of determine like if they are gnomes or not?
You can tell they're gnomes.
Okay.
Sounded very.
So I think
Yeah.
we might be safe to just kind of walk up to them and just talk to them.
We could. I think we should head in deep. We didn't come here to talk to the chefs. We came here to talk to the leadership and possibly broker a deal for armaments against this dragon menace.
Right.
I say
So-
onward and rightward.
Yeah. I'll move here. And you said that there was people like talking over here, right? Oh. I see something that's like, did I move too far? Am I supposed to not move that far? Because I see something around this corner.
What do
It's
you
so dark in here.
Okay, just update it on me. Okay.
Should I?
You
Well,
see...
obviously I'm still behind the wall, so I'm hidden.
That's
There
great.
is.
So
What do your elf eyes see?
They're going to Asgard.
You can see bolted to the floor, a couple crossbows.
Oh, they're bolted to the floor.
Okay. Would I already know if these are traps, or do I need to, or would I need to check for traps?
You would not.
Okay, so I'm going to check for traps.
I just like
Go on.
Scooby-Doo lean over his shoulder to also look around the corner to see what he sees. Like, can I stand in the same space he's standing or no?
Are you grabbing him by the waist?
Well, I've just like got my hands on his shoulders and I'm like leaning a little bit past him.
Go ahead and roll
Doing a little-
go ahead and roll perception.
Doing a little peeksy.
For the traps.
Correct.
I'm not a very perceptive
Alright.
person.
Oh man.
You say those vague shadows over there are ballast, eh? They look like more mushrooms, just not glowing.
There's nothing that catches your eye.
Damn.
I feel like as soon as I move even remotely here, I'm gonna be taking a bolt to the face.
Well, are there any loose rocks around us?
I mean, it's a cavern.
Just
You'd have to probably like chip away at the wall.
Yeah, these are probably well-worked tunnels, so the only loose rocks are probably back out here. I'll just chuck a rock in the corner.
Oh, you know what? I'm actually going to take. Haha! You saying a rock reminded me.
A what?
I'm gonna use. No, him saying a rock reminded me of this, so I'm gonna use. How do I? Instead of see how I deduct a number on this, but I'm gonna use two of my ball bearings that I have.
Oh, ball bearings.
And I'm going to like roll them like out here, or well, obviously like keep like down this direction
Okay.
to kind of see if it triggers it. How do I just click? Oh yeah, I just click on the number.
Just click on them.
So I'm gonna use 2, and just roll them out there. See if it triggers it at all.
You said it's a roll.
I'll roll one. Yeah, I'll just roll them both.
Okay. So I assume you take a knee and you kind of just push him forward.
Yeah, I'll just kind of, just like right there near the corner, like kind of keeping an eye on it, and just kind of roll them across the floor.
The ball bearings just roll across the floor, and you hear 2 two gnomes just going back and forth talking about this brand new invention that they're putting up for possible defenses that they can bring to, you know, sell to other cities. But there's nothing's triggered. There's no action to that or no reaction to that.
Your ball bearings worked. We found the reason we came.
Just roll it to their feet.
All right.
So these gnomes, where are they at? Like when I heard them talking. Am I muted?
Wait,
No.
wait. I'm stage whispering to you. Like, we could just announce ourselves and say hello. May we come in?
This is true.
If there's any traps that need deactivating, I'm sure their local residents could do it.
Yeah. Hello.
You just
Hail
anybody in there?
hail and well met, fair gnomes of Gnomengarde.
they kind of just keep going back and forth, not really noticing that you're there. And then you can hear just vaguely one saying like, "Well, how can we test it if they work if we can't ever shoot them and bring them outside?"
All right. Hearing that, Mickey will step around the corner. That sounded like the things down there aren't like traps waiting to be sprung. They're just potential weapons, like sitting in storage. So Mickey will step here and say, "Hello, friends."
You see the gnome look at you, it's like, "Ooh, I can test it now." Go ahead and make a test.
We know we're from Philadelphia
Go
now.
ahead and roll dexterity for me.
Oh no.
I'm gonna try and to give advantage. Is it possible if I like try and grab him and try to pull
Oh
him
my
back?
cloak. I'm super dexterous. Oh no.
The bolt goes wide, hitting the rock next to you, right around here, and just chipping dirt all over your face. And then you see him just smack the other gnome, and then the bolt shoots, and then you start hearing another bolt trying to load, and you hear like it starts grinding, and then you see him hit the gnome beside you. You just hear a, "See, I told you it wouldn't work. Who are you guys, and what do you want?"
Well, we were sent here on behalf of the citizens of Phandalin.
Who? Where?
Phandalin. It's a small town northwest of here.
Never heard of it. Okay.
Well,
So what do you want?
We've been sent here on behalf of the administration of the town to beseech your good kings for aid in helping to fend off a white worm that has besieged the town.
The king. Administration. Well, for that, you gotta go across the bridge for that.
Oh, we did see a
That's not here. No.
bridge further south.
Varys is gonna step out and just ask, "Are we able to access that bridge
Suddenly step behind
further
Varys.
further through here, other than having to swim in that water that's out there?
It's a rope bridge. You can just walk right across.
How do we get to it? Do we?
Yeah, how do we get to the rope bridge other than having to swim through that dark water that's out there?
Foreboding.
He looks at you confused and just says, "Keep going south."
Okay. So Varys is just gonna start walking
Just like
towards.
I
To
don't take my eyes off of him for a second, and I just like.
He's manually recording. He's manually reloading the crossbow again. I'm trying to tinker with it. Varys just walks right through the crossbow.
Phased.
Just go.
Yeah, we'll just keep walking. Thank you very much for your help.
Ha! Varys, I found the way. Well, this is that cliff we tried to climb earlier.
We would have saved so much time, especially with that natural.
So the bridge is just south of us. I think we just gotta keep going through these tunnels and keep hanging right. You first.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't want to be the only one to experience the joys of potential crossbow impaled.
That was right. So I'm going to
I don't know
check for traps.
I don't know if that constituted as a trap. That was a manned turret.
Well, yeah, that was.
Really, the hospitality here is sorely lacking.
Let's see here. Well, there's a wide open area to the east. I see some kegs. There are barrels. But he said to go across the bridge. So I'm gonna move to right here. And then I'm gonna try and check for any traps going down this direction.
You're gonna roll a perception. You see nothing.
Okay.
There's nothing out of the ordinary there.
Well, doesn't seem to be any traps down to the right here. What's that?
Shall we check out this room? Any arrows?
Yeah,
Nicky will just walk up to the edge here and give a peek inside.
I'll stand right here behind
Any-
you.
Anybody in here?
Nope. You just
If
see.
you're not a barrel, say hello.
In front of you, you just see 4 barrels.
Can I tell at a glance like what might be inside them? Are they labeled?
No.
just walk up to the nearest one and give it a little tap. Is it full?
Yep. Just kind of hear just a solid little thump.
There
Just
is
tap.
there a
It's just
smell in this room? Do I smell like fermenting grapes or possibly like gunpowder or something?
make an investigation roll for me.
Investigation. Do I or do I not want to imbibe what is in this? Boy, Mickey's in rare form today.
You see it has a little like a wooden cork on it, and you open it up.
Oh no, I've set off a bomb.
Huh? No. You pull,
Miro just beeped.
you pull out the cork, and you can smell that there's some kind of a wine fermenting. Kind of has a little bit of a fruity flavor, and you can also smell a little bit of mushroom in there.
Ooh, mushroom wine. I don't believe I've ever had that before. Well, if we somehow flub our mission, we know where we can come back and get sloshed. I'll recork it and just walk away.
Can I check to see if there's any like hidden
I'll be right
like
back.
doors or any like hidden stashes in here?
Not anything you can see at the moment, no. You can right now where you're standing. All I can see is, hold on. All I can see is on you. You can only see from here to here at the moment.
Oh, I see. Like literally this whole room.
Huh. Interesting. I would have to see how I can see under your point of view.
Yeah, I
No,
see
you
like
just
everything over here. And
interesting. Okay. No, you just see 12 barrels in this room.
yep, that is true.
Let me see if I can figure this out.
Move right back to here. Hold.
Interesting. When I click
This
Control L
intermission.
to see as you, everything just looks dark. Huh.
Alright, I'm back.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll have to
like
ask
right
my buddy.
now, I mean,
I'll
yeah,
ask my
right
buddy
now,
about that
like I
later.
still even see the whole room for the most part. I mean, it like shades out, but then there's like a cone that shows like obviously like what I can truly visibly see even
So you
from,
can no
like,
longer
where
you
I'm
can
at
no longer
right
see
now.
like the barrels, right?
So I can see right now as like where I'm at, I can see from like truly visible here to here, and then this is just slightly shaded, and then
Yeah.
from like here to here is slightly shaded.
Okay.
Like, we know what's there, but we can't see what's there.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's like once you move through the areas,
Yeah.
then it kind of just, because like right now, like right here is pitched like completely black, like it hasn't, but once you walk through it, you already have been through there, so you know what's there, but it's like dark, but you can still kind of see it.
Okay.
Like, I can see the
Just
crossbow
to-
contraption, but I can no longer see the gnome's token.
Okay. All right. Well, go ahead. Keep going.
Anywho, all right, so there was no traps, so I'm gonna move here.
Varys, you hear behind you. You hear some guards yelling, "Stop! Who goes there?" And they are pointing crossbows at you guys.
Behind me.
Well, you were looking the other way.
Oh no. Hail and well met, friends. Envoys from Phandalin, at your service.
They, you can see they're kind of shaking a little bit. They're a little paranoid. He said, "Who are you? What do you want here?"
We have been sent on behalf of the town of Phandalin to seek aid from your kings to help the town fend off a mighty white dragon.
That's not our problem. That's your problem. We got our own problems here.
Well, we happen to be a pair of problem solvers. If you could direct us to up your chain of command to somebody who can
They
actually,
start
make decisions.
getting down, and they tell you to turn around, and they end up handcuffing you guys.
Oh no!
I'm gonna ask them if they're aides of the king.
Bard college all over again.
They say aides? No, we're guards. We protect the king. We're the guardians of the bridge.
I've always wanted to say this. Take us to your leader.
Jesus.
Oh, your whole time for that, huh? So they move you. Oh, bears fell off.
Oh!
Look at this. They start moving you across the bridge, and as you start getting closer, you hear like a whoosh, 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 whoosh. You hear blades spinning in front of you, and then the gnomes. Can I rotate you guys? All as a group. Hold on. Can I rotate you guys? Ah, I can. As this is going on, you see the. Why'd you rotate yourself?
Mickey tripped.
breaking my game. They put you guys in a line, and they start pushing you in. And then you start getting closer to blades.
Is your intent to feed us to this chipper shredder machine?
Maybe. He shoves Mickey onto the ground. And then you hear one of them stop saying, "Stop playing around!" He uses a magical hand that goes right across you, right over here. And he pulls a lever, and you start hearing the windmills, or the blades going until they slow down and stop. And you hear him giggling. You hear the female gnome giggling in front of you, like, "I love doing that." And then you guys move safely across the traps. You hear the guard in the back saying, "It's to prevent unwanted guests." And then you guys get over here. As you guys start getting closer, you hear two little gnomes bickering back and forth and back and forth, and they are you can just hear they're frustrated right now. You guys end up walking a little bit more up ahead, and he says, "We brought you two people here that want to talk to the king." And then both the gnomes turn and say, "Huh? The king? He's busy. We're trying to find a cure for him."
What ails your king?
"They're going insane." And then you see the two guards say, like, "All right, well, back to our post. Bye." And then just kind of walking you see the male one just slap the female gnome on the back of the head, like, "Stop doing that."
I'm gonna, obviously, like, we're still cuffed. I'm gonna tell them, you know, we're not here to cause any sort of issues of any kind. We were informed of this pathway to come to Gnomengarde, and obviously, from our understanding, is that you have not heard of Phandalin, which is okay, but
Oh,
it is
we've heard of Phandalin.
Okay. Well, they are seeking aid from your kings in regards to the white dragon that has clearly begun causing destruction within their town or city. And that is why we are here, is to seek aid. We mean no harm of any kind. But if we may be of some help to you as an exchange for helping us in our cause, then I obviously don't speak for my friend here, but I'm pretty sure that we would be willing to aid you in any way possible.
Well, from what I've gathered, it sounds as though your rulers have come down with a case of the crazies.
Yeah, they're going crazy. And that you see them introduce themselves. The one on the right is Dapple Dop, and the one to the left of you, or right in front of you, is Pibblestib. And they're saying, well, Pibblestib over here wants to give a straitjacket. Wants to put the kings in a straitjacket. And Pibblestib looks and he's like, well, you want to make a sanity ray. That sounds nuts. That's insane.
Oh no, it's contagious! Run, Varus!
You said Dapple Doppin, and what was the other person's name?
Dapple Dop is the one to your right, and Pibblestib is right in front of you guys right now.
Daps and Pibs.
Okay.
Alright.
Well, would you, obviously, I mean, we've done nothing. Are we still in handcuffs?
Yes.
Okay.
Alright.
I mean, are the handcuffs really necessary? I mean, we are willing to help, and we're of no threat to you.
They look at each other and they're like, oh, those guards. Always going over the top. Unnecessary. They come behind you and they take the handcuffs off. They kind of don't see a purpose of them. Like, nobody's trying to hurt us.
Alright. Next time we get handcuffed, Varus, remind me. I wanna try to escape the handcuffs to see if I can add Harry Houdini stuff to my performance. That would be pretty entertaining. Can I keep? I ask, can I keep the handcuffs?
No.
Not on, but oh.
No. No. He takes it away from you,
always-
puts it on the table.
I'm always looking for ways to expand my repertoire. Alright. So it sounds like the two options we have are straitjacket for your kings, which sounds like a terrible administrative decision. Who would take their place?
Oh, it's still them. Still them. They just wouldn't be able to hurt themselves.
Yeah. And you mentioned a sanity ray?
That's a prototype. We'll test it out on them.
Is there, like a local apothecary or anyone that we might be able to talk to? That
Nope. Just
deals
us. We're
with
the
medicine?
inventors. We're the inventors.
How long have they been crazy? Does this happen often? Does it come in waves?
Nope. Just a few days. They're just really on the edge right now. It's actually really just one of them. One of the kings actually holding the other one, kind of kidnapped and captive, trying to protect the other king.
Wait, this sounds like a mess. Could we possibly talk to them? I don't like to brag, but I'm a pretty knowledgeable man. Maybe I can approach this from a psychological standpoint, maybe find the source of the insanity. Possibly help them reason their way back to a lucid state.
They look at you and they just point, saying, "Once you get up those stairs, just make a right and follow the path all the way down."
All right, Varys, I think we should go. Talk to these kings, see how far gone they are. If we can't find a solution ourselves, we should come back to these guys. I'm partial to the Sanity Ring. That sounds amazing. If it works, yay, we fix the kings. If it doesn't work, we fire it at the dragon.
They could go sane, or maybe stronger.
Well, we don't know what it's gonna do. If it makes people sane, we can use it on the kings, and
I mean, it is a prototype.
it's proof of concept that they can make things that are powerful. So maybe they can.
They
make
are
it something else
inventors.
that help fight the dragon. But if it doesn't work and maybe makes the kings explode, that's sad. But we could also use that on the dragon.
Varys is gonna make his way.
Yeah, let's go. Investigate.
Investigate. Okay. We gotta move.
Guess I should have probably asked them if there's any more traps along the way.
Nah, I'm sure we're fine.
I'm sure you're fine. I mean, you're only walking
bet
to you're only walking to like the throne room, you know.
Bet those gnomes back in Phandalin are laughing their asses.
Yeah.
They knew exactly what would happen to us.
Dude, let's be honest, they're probably plastered. You gave them a gold each. They're probably hammered right now.
Is this? Do I see what this is to the right?
That's just a little door.
Okay.
Probably like a proclamation stage or something. I don't know.
Make my way.
Mickey doesn't feel under threat anymore. He'll just go explore. Oh, Varys, I found some double doors back here. It might be a important room. Might be like a throne room or something. Ah, there you are.
Just zooming around, huh?
I thought he went through the doors. That's why I was coming back.
He was walking through. He was walking around, just exploring a cat.
Oh no, I learned my lesson. I don't want to open those doors to see another gnome with another crossbow.
Right. Alright, so
You can
let's
go through the doors.
Make our way up in here. Right up to the door. I'm gonna check the door for any traps, just in case.
Better make a perception roll.
Where is it? There it is.
Nope. You just see a very solid, thick door with a opening to about chest height. A little bit lower in your chest, like maybe chest belly button height. You see like a little slit opening there that can slide back and forth.
I'm gonna check to see, is the door locked?
Yes. You grab the handle and you start turning it, and it's solid. It's not moving anywhere.
Is the slit operable from our side or the other side?
Other side.
Other side? Alright. It's
it looks,
meant to keep
it's
people
pretty
in
flush.
here out from in there.
Correct.
Probably like a guard post or something.
Okay. So I wouldn't be able to like pick the lock.
No.
Okay. Well,
Let's go check out those double doors. Everybody knows 2 doors are more important than 1.
so I'll lay that down here.
Ew, I didn't notice that before. There's another door. Does this, like, without approaching it, does this door look similar to the one he just inspected?
No.
No.
It still looks very sturdy, but this one has no opening.
I'm sure it's fine. Mickey's on a mission.
Okay. So I'll just go up to the door and check and see if it's unlocked.
Who's doing what right now? Varys, you're doing what?
I'm gonna check the door for any traps.
Nothing you can see. It's very similar to the other door, but it's locked.
It's locked.
It's
Am I
locked,
able
and
to pick the lock from this side?
It has like a magical aura that's kind of glowing above it. Must be some like gnomish magic creation. It actually is. There's no way to pick a lock on this. Like the handles have no way of picking. It's just a solid doorknob, but it has like a magic aura that emanates from it, kind of like a little blue like hue to it, and there's no way to pick a lock.
I'm not.
It can't be open unless it's someone that has the way to open it.
Seems as though this door may have some sort of magic to it, which I'm not.
I mean, let's see what we can get diplomatically before we do anything that might get us in trouble with the local authorities.
Yeah, right.
Right.
All right.
Mickey will walk up to this door and, in classic fashion, knock with the shave and a haircut beat. Anybody home?
You hear nothing, but a very similar magical aura emanates from the doorknobs here.
I don't really have like detecting any.
I am versed in Arcana. Do I know, like, what... Can I suss out, like, what kind of spell is on these?
Go ahead and make an Arcana check for me.
Come on, Mickey, pick it up. Hey!
You notice that this magic is very, very unique. It's very unique that you've never seen before. But again, it's nothing that a spell that you can detect yourself.
It appears to be some sort of spell of locking. I touch it.
Is it something that like I would be able to pick the lock, or is it
No,
locked by that
but-
magic?
It's
No,
probably like a
but
force field or something.
go ahead and make a perception roll for me, guys.
Perception.
Okay. So you can hear through the door, though, very faintly. You hear two guys talking. He says, "How long are you gonna keep me in here? We need to get out. I'm tired of being in here." And then you hear someone else saying, I can't. It's not safe outside. There's this monster going around here. It's not safe. It's a shapeshifter. It could be anyone, anything. I don't want you hurt.
Oh no.
So there's
So is the detained one the crazy one, or is it sounds like the one that isn't detained is the crazy one? He's got a case of the suspicions. He's been playing too much Among Us.
Well, they're both in there. So is it possible that the people that are out here are the crazies, and the one that's in there is not crazy?
I don't know. If he thinks everybody's doppelganger out to get him, that is not a sound state of mind.
Is there any way for us to be able to? Are we able to like communicate with this person like through the door?
I mean, you could try knocking.
Okay. Varys is gonna knock. Say.
And
Hello,
I'll yeah.
Can you hear us?
My lord, your doppelganger exterminators have arrived.
And they, one of them moves closer to you. And you hear them say, what do you want? Who are you? We got a killer around here. I don't trust anyone.
We're from the neighboring town of Phandalin. We heard of your trickster troubles, and we've been sent on behalf of the leadership of the town to aid you in hopes that you might aid us in return.
Aid you?
Now,
We're worried about ourselves right now. There's a killer around here. He's been killing our guys. He's been killing our gnomes, and we've already lost 2.
so we've heard. If we are able to apprehend this villain for you, would you be willing to proffer aid to Phandalin?
Yes, yes, yes. Kill the killer and come back and prove it to me.
You all are the kings in there, correct?
Who's asking?
This is
Doppelganger killer number 2 here.
yeah. Yeah, I am with my friend. My name is Varys, and my friend here that you were just speaking with is Mickey. Am I speaking with Nurgly or Korbach?
The name's King Korbos and King Nurkly. Nurkly's fine. Don't worry about him.
Do you have any now? Like, do you have any leads? Is there any particular part of this complex we should begin investigating first?
No, last we heard, he was in front by the cooks and then killed one of them, and then we heard he moved over, and last time we heard anything was going down south from there.
Cooks. I knew it. They were the key to this all along, and we passed them.
Well, your guards have locked you. Have they locked you in here, or did you guys lock yourselves?
No, we did it. We did it ourselves. We're trying to stay protected.
All right.
Okay.
Do we like in our adventuring wisdom? Do we know for a fact that doppelgangers exist and are real? Or have we never heard of doppelgangers before?
Make an intelligence check.
Oh. Come on, +1.
Yeah, you know that there's such things as shapeshifters in this world. You've heard
It
of
is
tales.
entirely possible.
You've heard of tales of shapeshifters.
So, we're not just dismissing this as crazy talk. It is entirely possible that these kings are rightfully paranoid. Alright. My lords, you stay here where it's safe. We will go investigate your cookery.
Wasn't planning on leaving.
A wise decision.
That's why I'm king.
Alright, Varys, I don't think we're going to be getting anything useful out of these guys.
But now that the issue is that any of these guys could be the doppelganger.
It could be you. It could be me. It could even be... Alright.
It was you
So
all
we-
along.
It was... It's always been Mickey.
It's always been Nicky.
Well, if we're dealing with a doppelganger, Varys is going to.
Alright, hold on. Before we go anywhere, we should have a passcode and a pass response. So
Well,
if we...
so would we know? Like, would we know? Oh, I know Mickey did intelligence check for like his knowing of doppelgangers. Obviously, like, would I also know of doppelgangers as well?
He tells you.
Okay. Now,
I know they exist,
know-
but like I don't know if they like have a tell.
do we know how they like replicate like someone? Like, do you know? Like, do we know how they like mimic someone?
It just has to be something they see.
So they don't have to like eat
Okay.
them or anything.
So any like markings, anything like that, like they just immediately like copy.
Correct.
Okay. So
They just mimic what
okay,
they
so
see.
yeah. So we're gonna we'll have to come up with like a
Alright.
like passcode.
Alright, so
because-
before we go any further, if we ever find ourselves separated and we find each other again, I will say, which way is the wind blowing? And you'll say, something,
We're in a
something,
cave.
something
The wind
unexpected,
doesn't
like
blow.
right up your ass or something.
Which way does the wind blow? I'm writing this down.
Okay.
Which way does the wind blow?
What's your response? What's your response gonna be?
In the dirt.
It doesn't even have to make sense. It
Yeah,
just
I
has
know,
to
I'm
be
trying to
something we
think.
know.
I was just trying to think of something.
I like turtles.
I love lamp.
I love lamb. Your response is yes.
Which way does the wind blow? We'll just say to the east. I was trying to think
Alrighty.
of something clever, but
Well, it should be
Okay.
something that can't be easily guessed.
So where do you guys want to go next?
Well, we gotta make our way all the way back to the kitchen and investigate the cooks, because apparently they're the ones who, according to the kings, what is it? 2 cooks died.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
yeah. So we'll make our way
Can we montage back the way we came, or are these traps still going?
They stopped.
Okay.
So you guys already knew that there's like a little handle right there, so you guys just kind of
Oh yeah, so we can
pull it down and they just stop again until somebody like flicks them back up.
Alrighty. So we make our way back to the kitchens.
Making my way downtown.
Welcome to some hometown.
What a pretty cavern. Those mushrooms are an amazing aesthetic. Mickey is very appreciative of natural beauty. Alright, so we get up to here, and I shout around the corner, "You with the crossbows! We're coming back through. Do not shoot us. We are on a mission from your kings."
We'll see.
I swear to God,
You'll
to
swear
the
to God what?
gods,
I'm
if
aiming
you
down
shoot me-
at you.
if you shoot me, I will fire back, and it will hurt a lot more than some rinky-dink crossbow bolt from a second-rate gnomish contraption.
Go ahead and find out.
I don't
And
wanna.
then they're just going back to repairing this machine.
Ferris, get up here. I might need your
Oh,
backup.
I don't even know where you are.
Oh,
The
I'm right
lighting
here.
cuts you off.
That's why you guys should separate.
Oh no, the passcode.
Yeah, there you
Ferris,
are.
which way's the wind blowing?
To the east.
Okay, good. Alright. If I get shot with crossbow bolt, I want you to tear around this corner and eviscerate the first person you see. Oh, you went first!
I went first.
Does anything happen?
No, they're just working on their crossbows.
Okay.
Fire! And then they start messing around with the crossbow again, aiming at Mickey. And I said, just kidding. Just kidding.
As he's like,
the-
trying to
Keep
Your
that up and I'll
face.
make sure somebody does get fired. Gnomes. I thought they were supposed to be jolly.
They are. They're having the time of their lives. You know, when I originally read this
Yeah, they are.
campaign, I thought the crossbows were going to be like on the corners, not in the center, so I was planning for that whole thing to go out differently, but, you know. I thought those crossbows were on the sides instead of right there.
Could have gone.
These guys.
Alright.
So did we hear anybody like talking in this area?
Not here. As you walk in here, you see about 3 small stone tables and some wooden chairs. Obviously, they're half the height. They're made for gnomes. But you just have some dim light in there, and you have, like I said, a few tables meant
Alright.
for dinner.
There's-
This is a dining hall.
Before we go into the kitchen, I am a master of disguise. I could disguise us both as master chefs, and we can like take control of this situation.
You're gonna start a new life in here.
No, but we can like come in with an air of authority and like maybe they'll talk to us easier if they think we're newly hired chefs. We're your bosses now. You have to do what we say. Who got killed? Where's the sauce? Or we can just go in there and do like good cop, bad cop.
Well, I'm sure like I'm sure that the head chef's like still in there.
Oh yeah, probably.
So
I don't want to step on any
kind of
toes.
awkward if all of a sudden there's a second head chef who's like,
Literally too many cooks in the kitchen.
right.
Alright, so we go in there, we know they've recently lost 2 chefs. And we need to find out a way to determine whether or not someone is a doppelganger. Go with the classic doppelganger says what tactic. Maybe that'll work.
Maybe. Might be worth a shot.
Just shout. We'll just like stand quietly in a corner and then I'll say, shout, "Hey doppelganger!" And you watch to see who looks over. It's foolproof. Maybe doppelgangers like don't bleed or something. Could like do a pinprick test. Like John Carpenter's thing.
So let's see. Do what we see. Well, that just curves around.
I don't think we have to be very cautious. I think it's just like a kitchen. Well,
Yeah.
never mind that. There is a killer on the loose. Forget what I said.
Oh, there's a door.
Yep,
So
this
must
one
be
has a door. It
must
has
be the
a handle, but this one doesn't have like that aura you were noticing earlier.
Okay, and is it unlocked?
There's no locking mechanisms here. It's all magic. So this one is normal
Oh,
door.
okay.
Might just be like a larder or something.
Say it again.
So I'm gonna.
Oh, nothing. I'm just postulating it might be like a storage closet or something.
So I'm gonna knock on the door and say, just hello. Is this
Health
the kitchen?
inspectors.
Health inspector.
Come in. We're busy in here.
Oh,
So, come in. Let's see if this does anything.
You just as you walk in, you can see 5 gnomes around you. You see someone using a poker to stoke a fire. You see a man over here pressing a contraption to squeeze some oil onto a big mushroom, and then they're filtering the liquid into some oil flasks, and you see someone there by a low table. They're using a mechanical rolling pin that's created by the inventors to make some bread dough with like a green color, and then you see the caps of several green mushrooms all around them. Then you also see somebody there making dough into loaves of green bread, and he looks like he's really into their work. You can see like their tongue on the side just kind of like sticking out their mouth, like they're really focusing. Like this is their thing. You can tell these guys are a perfectionist. You also see somebody else there that is teetering on a stool, stuffing some big purple mushrooms into a barrel so it can ferment. It looks something similar and smells very similar to the mushroom wine from earlier.
all right. So they're all working diligently.
They are.
Do any of them look like they don't know what they're doing?
Make a perception roll.
The doppelganger might not know how to cook as well as a gnome chef. And we're
Nothing.
back.
Nothing strikes you as out of place.
Nothing suspicious. Gentlemen, I don't mean to pull you from your tasks, but There is a killer on the loose.
With my thieves, can I see anything that might be of any like symbols or anything?
No, everyone kind of is just really focused on what they're doing, and you just hear a male voice coming from the man doing the bread. He just says, "Go talk to Fiddlestip and Dappledob. I don't know what's going on. We're here making food for the king."
Where are they located?
We've talked to them.
Those are the inventors that were back over
They're the adventures to the south.
room before the king.
Careful though. There's some on the edge guards over there.
Yes, we've met them.
Oh, well, what are you doing here then?
Well, we've been to your kings. They mentioned that there have been deaths recently among your staff, and that the killer may still be on the loose.
You can kind of see all of them kind of just like their face changes a little bit, but they're still focusing on what they're doing. Missing people? No, there's no missing doors or missing gnomes.
Have there been any strange goings on lately?
Nope. Everything's fine.
Did I notice if anybody like kind of like
Are they all in consensus, or are any of them like giving strange looks to the guy?
Nope, they all have the same look on their face right now.
Oh my! I'm getting a Children of the Corn vibe here. Let's we may need to go back to those inventors to, if they're the go-to guys for solutions around here, we may need to divert their attention from fixing insanity to finding doppelgangers.
oh, those guys like way back over there.
Yeah. Let's do a quick look around here to see if we can find any clues, though. Like check out the areas over here. Are these stairs going like up?
Yep, yeah, they're very small stairs because these are gnomes. Keep in mind, these are probably like maybe 5 feet from like floor to bottom. You go up like 5 feet at a time. It's really not that. They don't want to walk that much.
I'll look up here just to see what's in this room.
You just see shelves that are created for the height of gnomes. It's about 10 feet tall, from the floor to ceiling, and they're stacked up. They got a little ladder there, and all you see is just small wooden crates, some loaves
Pantry.
of bread. It's a pantry. You see some food collected there. You see some mushrooms and fresh ingredients.
Let's make our way back to
Making our way.
Dapple and Papple. Dapple and Pip.
Dippeldorf and Scoodleboop. Yep.
Actually, is
There's
there?
something over this way.
Mickey keeps leaving Varys alone.
I do. You're gonna get replaced. I need to be more careful.
I'm outside the door.
And as you start leaving, you just hear a sigh of relief from everybody in the kitchen.
It's possible that they're all doppelgangers. So it may be that the information we got from the
Like, I
paranoid
don't even
king
know
was
like
false.
what to like trying to figure out like even like what to ask or like what.
Well, here's what we know. Nothing.
Yeah, we know.
We've got
Zilch.
2 gnomish inventors who believe that their kings are going insane. We've talked to said kings. One is extremely paranoid and has tied the other one down. We'll let him leave. He says there's a killer on the loose in the form of a doppelganger that has killed 2 chefs. But we just went to the chefs and they said that nobody's missing.
But
Which
do you know?
means-
Do you know if a doppelganger can like multiply itself or just itself?
I don't think so. I don't think they're like blobs. I think they can just assume the form of it. So either the king was telling the truth in that 2 chefs did go missing and they've been replaced, which means the other chefs didn't notice, but the kings did. Or the kings are full of shit and they don't know what they're talking about. And this is all...
Let's go talk to these
yeah, I don't really...
inventors
Like, I already did an intelligence check to see what I know about doppelgangers. So like, I wouldn't know if there's like a way to suss one out. Like, they start to squirm when they hear a certain musical tone or something. They're allergic to pepper.
Would I know anything about doppelgangers?
I assume they would be a particular nuisance in the thief business.
Make an intelligence check.
Come on. Oh yeah, I know their one weakness. It's...
I don't know.
Wait, what's a doppelganger?
You didn't know they existed until about a couple minutes ago when Mickey told you about them.
That's one of those rabbits with the antlers on them, right?
Do they have feet?
You know nothing about them except what Mickey has told you, that they exist.
They exist and they can look like other people. That is the extent of my knowledge.
Hoo-hoo.
Alright.
Did you say something?
Alright, I think we need to go back to these inventors and get them on the task of not uncrazying their king, but verifying the identities of their staff.
Yeah.
Come
Hello
back for
again.
more?
Hello again, jerkwad.
You know,
Just
you're-
you wait until I get this working.
Someday,
Wait until I leave
someday
you a
you're really
bad
gonna hurt
review
somebody
on...
with that thing.
Say again?
What was that, Varys?
Said someday he's really gonna hurt somebody with that thing.
I think that's his job.
That's his job, to sell it.
Make our way all the way back over here. Went right around the corner back to... We're coming back through. Don't shoot, my friend.
You want to handcuff us this time? No?
Thinking about it. When I write a story about this tale, you will not be cast in a favorable light. Be warned. I said the road bridge zone.
I take it these blades are still off.
Yep.
Or we need that. Alright. Oh, what in the world did I do?
If we do get
So
into an
you have to
altercation,
far.
we must remember this room. It'll be a good fallback position. I run into the room. Thibbledorf, Mephistopheles, quick, we have news!
Name's Pibblestip and Dabbledob. What can we do for you again? Did you figure out
Alright.
what the kings wanted? Why they're scared?
So apparently, one of the kings, I believe it was Nerkly, is convinced
King Nurgle? Okay.
that two of your chefs have been killed and replaced by doppelgangers.
Interesting. Well, we did hear that there were some missing chefs. They were we heard they were sneaking some of that mushroom wine, and they were just diddle-dallying and walking around the place, not doing their job, and they left the kitchen, and yeah. And all we heard was
Wow.
they died. Probably
They
were too
died?
drunk. They probably were too drunk, anyways.
Do we know what? Is that confirmed or is that just rumor?
Yep, it's confirmed.
All right. Now, here's the thing. We were just in the kitchen and we spoke to the chefs, and they said that they're not missing any of their number, which gives a bit of veracity to the king's suspicion.
Well, I think the kitchen staff just likes to keep to themselves. They really don't want to talk about anything. They don't want to seem suspicious. They just keep to themselves. They really don't leave the area. They stay, and they're very diligent.
Do you guys have,
You-
or does somebody keep like a roster of who works here?
No, not to my knowledge. We just kind of know each other here.
Mickey's a bit befuddled. Like, did you guys not just notice that discrepancy I just laid out for you? There's two chefs missing, and you still have a full cast of chefs.
No, we're short-handed.
Oh,
They're working
So-
overtime right now to get the food for the kings, since they don't want to leave their rooms.
oh. So when they said that everybody's there, they meant everybody that's still alive. Okay. Okay, great gnomish inventors. Since we don't know for certain if there's a doppelganger here, and we don't know what killed the two chefs, do we know?
Well, first it was a chair. It ate them. And then it was a table. And now we don't know where it's at. It could be anything.
Okay. Doppelganger confirmed. So it could be anything, and I assume if you had any way of detecting its presence,
You can
you would have used it by now.
you can try poking it. Maybe that'll do something.
Yeah.
I know I don't like being poked, so you can try poking things.
Alright, Varys. Do you wanna brute force this? We
Hey,
draw our swords and we just go around poking inanimate objects?
They start moving around the lab per se, the little invention area, and it said, where is it? Where is this thing? I know we have something around here. Oh, I found it. And he grabs this item. It's about it's a 1 foot long rod, and he just huh?
Nothing.
He looks at it and he says, "Open sesame," and it collapses to about a 10-foot pole. He says, "Here you guys go. You guys can have this. Maybe it'll help you out. It's a pole. It's called the pole of collapsing. It the weight doesn't change, so it's very very versatile. It moves around, very light. It opens up to about 10 feet, and then it just compacts right back to a 1-foot long pole. But you can't use it on anything like, for example, you can't use it to impale things, right? So if I have like a piece of bread in front of me and I try to, impale it, it'll stop once it hits the bread. So careful with that. You can't go around killing, anything with it.
Telescoping pole.
It just stops. But you get a 10-foot
Do
pole.
you want to carry that, Varys, or should I?
So if you guys go to the compendium, if you type in pole of collapsing, it should pop up, right? And then one of you guys can just drag that and drop that onto your character sheet, whoever wants to have it. Who's gonna take it?
Mickey will take it.
Mickey? Alright.
One pole of collapsing. You there, Varys? We can't hear you if you're talking.
Yeah, that's why I was muted. Sorry.
Alrighty. So we have our dowsing rod for doppelgangers now.
To poke them?
To poke them. Nothing likes getting poked. I say, because they found the bodies over by the wine cellar, he said.
And as you just said, you can change the password, by the way. It doesn't have to be just open sesame, and then the rod just extends 10 feet.
Yeah. Okay.
Never mind. I'm not even gonna say.
Make sure it's not something you would say commonly. What happened?
I hold the pole up to my mouth and say, Alexa, change password to abracadabra.
Abracadabra has been set as your password. And the pole collapses back down to a 1-foot sized rod.
Okay. Alright, so I think we should begin our
And then the gnomes
well,
curious.
I'm gonna have this thing in my pants, and if anyone ever says that word, my pants are just gonna go flying up.
You just hear the gnomes question like, Alexa, who's that?
I named my pole of collapsing Alexa. You got a problem with that?
No, to each their own. I guess we all get lonely sometimes.
Oh God.
Sweet
Never,
Alexa.
never you mind what I do with my pole in the privacy of. Let's go, Varys. We've got some things to poke. Boy, this is not
10
how I thought
feet.
the day would be going.
I can just imagine you just start poking everything within 10 feet of you.
Yeah, I'm walking around with like a 10-foot long blind man's cane, just like tapping everything.
Just slapping everything around you.
Okay. Can we fast travel back to the wine cellar?
Sure.
Gonna zoom out. Yeah. Varys, hold my hand so we don't get separated. Whee!
Oh, hold on. Hold on.
All right. So
Huzzah!
the door that does not exist is kicked open, and we stride in. Any and all non-fleshy beings in this room, be warned. First, I'm gonna poke you with a stick, and then I'm gonna kill you if you don't make yourselves known right now.
Let's see how far. It goes 10 feet, so that's 3 squares. So you have to be at least 3 squares away from it.
Do I intimidate any of the barrels?
Roll a perception check.
I tell the barrels exactly what I'm gonna do. First, I'm gonna poke you with a 10-foot stick, and then I'm gonna kill you if you're not a barrel. Like maybe the changeling will make a run for it.
Did you roll perception already? I didn't.
Perception.
Yep.
All right, which one of these barrels is shaking in its barrel boots?
Which way are you facing right now?
Barrel
I'm
studs.
looking over this corner.
You hear a little bit of sloshing to your left.
Oh.
Would I be able to, would I be able to pinpoint exactly which one was sloshing?
Not from your distance, no.
I whip out my rod and say, "Abracadabra."
The rod just goes, and it opens right up to 10 feet.
I will first. All right, Varys, I want you. Get ready.
I'm gonna have my bow out, ready, and an arrow knocked and drawn, ready to shoot the first one that moves from him. Well,
I pulled the cork from this one, so I will give this one a rap with the stick.
well, here's my thing.
What?
Because with everything that's been going on, part of me wants to either have an arrow knocked and drawn and ready to just shoot as soon as whichever barrel goes.
As soon as this cask of wine jumps at me.
But with a lot of that's been going on, my deduction is why would the doppelganger be, if obviously I'm sure that he's turned into one of these barrels, but why would he have turned into a barrel to hide in here away from everyone? So I don't want to attack him. So
he might have.
because I want to try and talk. I want to try and
talk to him, ask him why he's killing people,
or if he's even the one killing anybody.
All right. Well, give it a chance to explain itself. But something killed 2 chefs in here. All right. So I will first tap this barrel. Does it do anything? Poke it vigorously.
You just hear a thump, a solid hit. Nothing.
Thump, thump.
Nothing happens.
All right. I'll poke this barrel.
This one seems a little bit more hollow, but nothing happens.
This is your last chance to reveal yourself and explain your intentions. I'm really getting into my poking stride. I'll poke this last barrel.
You poke it, nothing happens. Just solid.
We know that you're in here.
We know you're in
and
here.
We don't necessarily want to cause you any harm if you're not the one that did this. So here is your chance to come out and explain yourself, or at least your side of the story.
This doesn't have to end in violence.
Nothing noticeable happens.
I quickly smash both of these in rapid succession.
You hear a boom, and nothing happens. But you hear the guard say, "What are you doing in there? Why are you
We're
hitting
solving
things?"
a mystery.
All right, well, careful. There's something around these areas.
That's what we're looking for. We think it may be either hiding in one of these barrels or is one of these barrels. I tap this one.
Varys will have an arrow knocked and ready just in case.
Okay, Mickey, I'm sorry. Did you do something?
I tap this one.
Just that one?
Yeah.
Mickey, you tap this one, and it has a hollow sound. Yet again,
Dun, dun.
nothing happens.
All right. I will say abracadabra, and the pole will shrink back down. And for this last barrel, I am going to throw a scathing insult at it with my vicious mockery.
What's your mockery?
I say, by process of elimination, you must be the worst imitation barrel I have ever seen.
You just hear chuckling coming in from the side. Nothing happens. You hear a light little chuckle from your left.
My left.
So that
All
would
right.
be-
All right, you SOB. I got a dozen of these in my sleeve.
You can't
Alright.
insult everybody. Jesus. He's just slinging insults left and right. Seeing what sticks.
You smell like your mother's shoe.
Is it a cantrip? Oh my god, it's a cantrip. This man's
It
gonna just
is a
keep-
cantrip.
This man's gonna keep insulting everybody.
It is limited only by my imagination. You barrel on the far right, you are shaped improperly to be a barrel. Barrels find their shape. Like if you say they're shaped wrong, they find that very insulting. I know.
Do that now.
Does it have any effect?
Go ahead and roll. I mean, do your thing.
Oh yeah, it's gotta make a what is it?
A
A
wisdom
DC
save.
13 wisdom save. How wise is our barrels?
The barrel starts to change, and it pops out. Giant mimic. Mimic's about medium size, probably about 3x3, 4x4, somewhere around there. And it takes 1 point of damage. Go ahead and roll initiative, guys.
Oh no! Don't forget to click on your token before you do. I immediately dive behind Varys.
So given that he had a arrow knock, so would that be a surprise attack?
No, because you weren't, like, nothing has happened. It's just, give me 1 second, let me roll initiative for, oh, hold on, I forgot to take Dabra out. Let me, what did you guys roll? 15 and a 4. Let me move this out. There we go. Okay, we're good. We're good. Sorry about that, guys. And let me roll the initiative for the mimic. And okay.
Is there
It's
anything else?
not even a doppelganger. It's just a mimic. We were trying to reason with a beast.
Okay, so let me organize this.
Is there
So-
anything else in this room? Oh, I'll just wait till my turn.
Okay, go ahead and Mickey, your turn, buddy.
All right. I am going to a 1, a 2. Hide my squishy self behind my more melee-oriented friend, and I will cast something powerful. I will cast Fairy Fire on this creature
Okay.
at first level. It
Yep. The mimic starts to glow a what color choice do you want? Blue, green, or violet?
I will say bright, almost neon pink violet flame.
Okay, so the mimic is now glowing a very violent violet hue.
It is easy to see, and you have advantage on your attack rolls.
Aha.
Give me 1 second. I gotta make a dex saving throw.
Nope.
Nope. It fails its save, so it is outlined in that violet color and shims a dim light. So yes, any attack rolls against this have advantage, and it cannot go back invisible or disappear because you guys can see it.
It's concentration for a minute, so if it tries to shapeshift again, we'll still be able to see it.
Correct.
I say, get him, Varys!
Huzzah!
Is that a bardic inspiration, or was that just you?
No, I'm just encouraging him the old-fashioned way.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope, I'm done.
Okay. Mimic. The mimic kind of like hops like left, like you can hear like the left and right like goof 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 goof, kind of like bouncing from one side to the other because obviously he has no legs, and
Ambulatory chest.
yeah, it's basically a giant chest right now, and it gives you a little chompy chomp.
Oh no.
It 16 hits. Ferris?
Yeah.
Okay.
What does Varys taste like? I don't think that was covered in his backstory.
Yeah, I didn't add that in there, sorry.
You take 5 piercing damage.
Okay.
And that is all it does.
We're not as small as we used to be. We can take a couple hits.
Alright. So right now it's obviously like facing like our direction, correct?
Correct.
So so if I So if I well, what would be considered like? So these square, like each of these squares, like around it. Oops.
Say it again. I'm sorry.
If I was, so each of these squares, like around it. If I move like around to here, like behind it, I would be out of its like line of sight.
I mean,
So
he can
would I
see
be
you
hidden,
moving.
or
No, 'cause
it'll know you're there.
No, you're basically he's looking at you.
Yeah. If you're trying to get like combat advantage, I believe you already have it because of the glowiness.
fairy fire?
So I don't.
Gotcha. Okay.
Would that trigger your sneak attack? Is it any advantage, or do you have to be sneaking?
No, I think it won't let me like. Hold on. Oh, there it is.
If you have advantage on the attack roll.
Oh, if you have advantage on the attack roll. So yeah, so then the sneak attack would also be added in, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Ooh,
Oh. Well, then I will.
look at us synchronizing our battle tactics.
I will.
Fairy fires if you get a good spell to have on your side.
I will make an attack with my. Well, I had my bow out, so. So I was gonna say I'll use an attack with my short sword, but I have my bow out, so.
It's still considered a finesse weapon, so, or a range weapon.
Right, but like what you were saying in the respect of like not, you know, like not like video game style.
Yeah,
like,
you would
I
just probably more
threw my
likely-
bow and like I
more
magically
likely
have
to
my
drop
short
it.
sword out.
Yeah, you more likely just drop
Right.
it.
You could.
Yeah, and I don't want to take an action to put
Well,
my
no.
bow away.
You do have
So I'll
cunning
just-
action.
Uh,
So I believe you could use that to like take a step away from it and still use your bow.
well, I mean, I can still shoot him from like from here. And there's nothing like else in here other than the barrels. Like, I don't really need to hide or anything.
There were 3
I'll
barrels
use-
that we did not identify.
Right, yeah, but I mean, I'm gonna use my I used my bonus action to disengage from him
Okay.
and move.
Sidle up next to me, make him choose who he attacks next.
Kind of here, that way there's at least some form of like blank. And then I will attack with my short bow.
Okay, go ahead and roll your attack. That's a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Powerful.
Strong shot. Takes 8 damage.
You have a gift with that short bow, my friend.
Yeah, good also idea of you stepping back because I believe you get disadvantage by being within 5 feet for bows. Unless you have like a feat for it. But okay, you deal 8 damage to the mimic.
Like a disadvantage for shooting with the bow at that close.
If you're within 5 feet. Usually, same
Gotcha.
thing with like magic. If you're within 5 feet,
It's
you gotta
either
have,
that
like,
or they get an opportunity attack on you.
well, no, they're just attacking within a certain range like that. Usually, you would have like a disadvantage because it's considered too close. Unless you have like a feat that allows you to do that, which is like later on. But no, the only time you get attack of opportunity is if you exit the attacking range. So, for example, it's 5 feet, right? So those squares around the mimic, like around here. So if you were to leave that, you would get an attack of opportunity against you. But because he uses a bonus action of disengaging, he can move away from it without taking an attack of opportunity. You've moved 5 feet though, so you can still move another 25 feet away if you would like to.
I think move 10 feet because each square is 5 feet.
Yeah, you've already taken a hit. You might as well get as far away as you can, and I'll draw
if
some
you were there,
aggro.
you move 10 feet right now, so you have another 20 feet.
Right. So we'll move. Yeah, I'll move. Just trying to decide, because I kind of want to. I don't want to give him like a position of being able to like overpower us.
Fine. It's combat. You don't have much time to think. Just make a decision.
Right.
Yeah, you got.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You can make
I'll
a
just
decision.
move there, and then I'll call it a day on that.
Alrighty.
Okay. Round 2, Mickey.
Oh. Mickey will, for the first time in this adventure, draw his rapier. He will attempt to also do the cool. I will make an attack with my rapier. At advantage. Ha-ha! Oh, thank goodness for advantage.
You kind of get this feeling that at another time this could have been a really bad situation, but today is not that day.
I remembered at the last second I remembered my swashbuckling teacher's words.
You thrust your rapier at the mimic and connect. Go ahead and roll damage for it.
Ooh.
Yeah, you give it a little stabby stab for 7 piercing damage.
Right in its big purple tongue. Unfortunately, I cannot disengage. So I will just stand there menacingly and say, "Come on, Varys, finish it off!" And I will bonus action inspire him. Do to him what you did to that manticore.
Alright, go ahead. Alright, so you bardic inspiration. Okay. The mimic just kind of little angry at what's going on right now. It kind of does not want to deal with this right now, and he's starting to get a little frightened.
Serves you right, you rapscallion. Yeah,
But
that's my turn.
it uses its action of he tries biting you.
No, not the face.
Yeah, he rolls a
Or the
20.
hands.
He rolls a 20. I'm sure that's a
Okay.
hit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure that's a hit.
Don't need much to hit Mickey.
And it is a give me 1 second because it rolled because the second one was a nat 20, so it it gives you the second rolls. So it would be let me see if I can understand the roll the way it did it. You take 9. You take 9 damage. You take 7 piercing and 2 acid damage.
Mickey's not feeling so heroic anymore.
And the mimic kind of starts shuffling away from you. Go ahead and roll an attack roll. What's it called? Yeah, hold on. Let me make sure that's... Yeah. Go ahead and roll an attack roll, Mickey.
Aha!
Attack of opportunity.
Ooh. An 11.
As it starts hopping away, you thrust your rapier, but just out of reach.
I'm reeling from the hit.
All right, Varys.
Get him, Varys.
Let's see.
So it's probably our last shot you're gonna get at him, but you still have advantage. Ooh, wait. I got hit. I think I need to make. Does that affect my concentration?
My bad. Go ahead and roll a Constitution roll.
Constitution.
Yep. You broke concentration and
Fairy Fire falls.
Fairy Fire is no longer active.
Still got that bardic inspiration though. Finish you.
Alright, so it's making its way to the door. So it's facing this way, I take it then, correct? It's not like paying attention for.
Say it one more time.
Let me read this
Well, he like recently had a scuffle with me. You could like run to the corner.
So pretty much the sneak. So like the sneak attack always isn't like seems to always be included. Like if I'm reading this right, like
only if you have combat advantage. Which it is no longer a freebie from Fairy Fire.
Right. So I would have to like try to hide like right there.
You can try.
Well, right now it's facing the it's facing to the
Well,
west.
that's what I figured. Like it's facing that way.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Well, I am going to move right there. So that's 10 feet. Just because I want to have line of sight on it. And then I will attack again with the short bow.
Okay. Go ahead and.
Ooh.
Okay. Yeah. You shoot it right on the back of it. It's a chest, so the mouth's kind of like opening up, and you shoot the top part, kind of like the head part of it, top of the chest, and that connects. Shoot, I'm sorry, I rolled for you. rolling 12 damage. I gave you that DM luck, I guess. You ended up rolling and hitting it for 12 damage. Is anything else?
I don't. No, I don't.
You want to use your
I don't
bonus
have
action
anything
to
else.
move around or anything like that? Anything else you'd like to do?
So it's still up
What?
after that.
The mimic? Yeah. Oh yeah. No, the mimic is
Okay.
doesn't really bleed. You just see like chips of wood just kind of falling off of it.
Right. I will use my bonus to just move right there. Facing in its direction.
Okay.
And that'll be it for me.
Okay. Round 3, Mickey.
Alright. Let's wrap this up. So, like, as it is attempting to make its escape, I will say... What do I say? I say, don't run. A little bit of scuffle will put some hair on your chest. And I hit him with the chest pun of hideous laughter. He needs to... It is another wisdom saving throw, I believe. Oh wait, no. It'll save DC 0. Sees everything is layers and funny things. Oh yeah, must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or fall prone. I don't know why it says they'll save DC 0. But it should be 13, just like my other stuff.
Okay, so it needs to make a what? I'm sorry.
A wisdom saving throw of 13 or greater.
13.
Yep.
Okay. Yep, it meets the saving throw.
Damn. Unless it has an intelligence of 4 or less. Oh no, then it's not affected at all.
Barely smart enough. Has an intelligence of a
So
5.
My spell fizzles. That was my action.
I mean, it's a piece of wood. It's.
Still expend the spell slot though. That was my action, so I have a bonus action. I'll use my bonus action to flip it off. And that's rare.
Yeah, it has its back turned to, so it's not recognizing anything.
Oh, I'll use my bonus action to shout to the guards around the corner. It's getting away! Stop it!
Okay.
Just to give them a little bit of warning. And that's my turn.
The mimic kind of running away from just hopping and like boop, 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 boop. Starts moving around here. Is visibly being seen by as the two dwarves or two gnomes that it really hasn't noticed him yet.
Cuff. How would you cuff him? He doesn't have arms.
They
Cuff his tongue.
they're just being added, but they're really just oh, hold on. They're really being added, but they just go right here because what's it called? They're being added to the turn order. They're not really, that's how they roll. That's what I did it for. And that's kind of it. That's all the mimic's doing. You have one of the gnomes says, "Oh, there's a shapeshifter," and you just see him. You just hear a magic just being shot out of nowhere. Yeah, no. And it shoots a magic missile. And it is. Let me see. What is damage 1d4. Okay, you create 3 glowing darts of magic force. Each dart hits a creature of your choice, so you can see within range. A dart deals 1d4 plus 1. Okay, so it does 1d4 plus 1. Okay, so for some reason, so I would have to roll it 3 times. They all hit anyways. 1, 2, 3. So it deals 14 damage.
Wow.
14 force damage to the mimic. And the mimic is freaking out now. The mimic is like, holy crap, I'm getting attacked from everywhere.
Teach me that spell.
And then the guard shoves into the other one. He moves back a little bit and lets the other one says, "Look, finally, action!" And the other
Guard
gnome,
duty's so boring.
the other gnome steps in and is like, "Woohoo!" Shoots another 3 magic missiles,
Oh fuck.
doing 11 damage to the mimic. The mimic is now just, you see a lot of holes like going through the mimic right now. Just wood, just chunks of wood, just going everywhere. Everything's just exploding. This thing is on its final legs right now.
Getting slapped in the chest.
Mickey, go ahead, buddy. Your turn.
I think Varys.
Oh, shoot, you're right. My bad.
Money.
You go right there. Varys, your turn, buddy.
Alrighty. So I'm going to move. To here. And shoot again with the short bow.
Ooh.
You shoot and the arrow goes a little wide.
Oh boy.
Actually, nope, I apologize. It ricochets off the wall, comes right back and hits the mimic.
Oh, trick shot.
You meant the AC, my bad. I thought it was a 13 AC. It actually is a 12. It ricochets right off the wall, comes back, hitting the mimic, doing some damage. And with that, the mimic just falls.
Huzzah!
That was
You
very
saw it. We got
enthusiastic.
the last shot.
That was very
The war
enthusiastic.
is ours.
Huzzah!
Huzzah.
Hold on, I think I might have a sound for that.
Ricochets off the wall and pins its tongue to the back of its throat.
Oh, got a tongue piercing. Its mother's gonna be furious.
There we go. Alright. The mimic is now dead. The guards start coming in to investigate. what do you guys, round 2? What do you guys do next?
All right.
The
king
the
commanded-
body.
The what?
I can tell you what's inside that chest, a gigantic tongue, and I don't think we wanted it.
Cut the tongue out and
Blah. It's a delicacy in some places.
Okay, so the
No,
tongue's been
we
cut
need
off.
We need to drag this thing over to the king's chambers and provide proof that we have slain the murderer.
that is true.
Gotta make a strength check for me.
Both of us are just in.
Well,
Just Mickey. I want to see this. I want to see this play out.
I'll roll up my bloodied sleeves, slightly covered in acid, and
You seem to struggle to pick it up. And
I'm gonna need some help.
one of the gnomes comes back, the female gnome goes like,
with my back.
the female gnome comes like, step back. I got this. This is our job, and just effortlessly just picks up the mimic and looks at
Oh,
you and
yes.
just walks away. It's
Somebody
like
a third my size.
they're like freaking
I get it.
weak
I get it.
adventures. You hear them as they walk away. They don't make them like they used to anymore. And then they.
I'm an entertainer.
Oh my god, I've never done that movie before. I just like. Alright, so I assume you guys are moving back to like the King's area?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna go to the bathroom, but you guys should be right here at G11. Oh well. You guys should all be by the dwarves. The gnomes. I keep saying dwarves. I'm thinking of freaking Lord of the Rings.
Taking the hobbits to Isengard. Yeah, come back to the inventor room, Varys. How much HP do you have left? I got more than half taken from me.
I've got 8.
I got 6. Whew. I didn't think wrestling with an inanimate object would be that hard.
I was wondering how that was gonna go with only 2 people.
Yeah. You know, if the barbarian in here, probably more of those barrels would have transformed.
Oh yeah.
Making me think I need to get some more firepower in my arcane repertoire. I've got spells to befuddle, confuse, and illuminate, but not to cause ouchie. One drunk barbarian just throws a wrench in the plans. Alrighty.
Alright, we're back. God knows if I'm alive or not. Holy shit. Jose's background reveal. What's up, Potato? Welcome back. See some cups on that beer pong table? Oh. Yeah. Corey. It's okay. Alright, guys.
Those cups could be a mimic.
Jose, you loser, welcome back. Jesus, I am getting harassed. Welcome back, Potato. Alright. Guys, you have now gone back to the adventures, and they're like, by God, there was a mimic around here. Ah, maybe those kings weren't so crazy.
I know, right?
And they're like, I really wanted to use that Sanity Ray. Well, maybe you should go talk to the kings and tell them that you guys have killed the shapeshifter.
Mickey will begin to limp towards the double doors. Come on, Varys. We're almost done.
Almost.
I remove my bloodied glove and rap on the door.
Do you do a pattern?
Yes, Morse code for we fucking did it.
Drinking water.
The mimic's dead. We did it.
The mimic's dead? Oh boy. But how can I trust you? What if you're the mimic?
Well, I can go cut out its tongue and bring it to you if you'd like.
No, that's fine.
The mimic was mimicking one of your casks in your wine cellar, and then it turned into a chest with a big purple tongue, and we killed it. The corpse is currently sitting in the room with your inventors, just down the hall.
You hear him say, "Well, bring it to the other door, so I can see it." And they both move to the other door, waiting for you.
Oh, it's like a safe escape. Okay. I just walk up. I grab it by the tip of the tongue. Give me this thing, and I start dragging it back.
No.
So what do you do? They're just waiting for you. You know.
Which door are we at?
It's the one to the north that had the slit in it.
Next up, Varys. Oh, Varys just stands on top of the mimic. Okay.
Aha!
Sit on it in case it gets back up.
I found you. Yeah. Just sit on it, closing its mouth.
Right here, my lords. One dead mimic.
Says one of them walks up. Give me 1 second.
Wasn't very big. It only comes up to about your chest.
But
Comes up to my head. What do you mean, chest? It's tall. It's freaking gigantic.
It was a pun.
Are you making fun of my height? I'm self-conscious, you know.
No.
Women like tall gnomes. I'm about 3 inches shorter than the average gnome.
Thank you for that vital piece of information, Sir Gnome King. Now, please, we have saved your kingdom. Would you please grant us the boon of your assistance?
Bring the mimic in front and just give it a little pokey poke. Prove to me it's dead.
Right. I shuffle it in front of the door and I kick it with my boot. Yeah.
Gonna roll a 1d20 for
God, I'm gonna miss.
an unarmed attack.
Unarmed attack.
It'd just be a 1d20.
Hiya! 5.
Whew. Well,
Look, I'm really tuckered out, you guys. Varys, please come stab this dead box.
They're like, you hear inside, so you call yourself an adventurer, huh? And then they whisper, they really don't make them like they used to.
All right. It's a good thing I'm going to be the one telling this story.
Oh, don't worry, we'll send messengers to let everybody know of the great adventures that gets hurt kicking a dead monster.
Saving the coward kings hiding in their fucking cupboards.
Hey,
Okay.
we had a reason to. We gotta take care of number one ourselves. Okay, well, thank you guys so much for helping. And the door still remains locked, but they just close it, and you hear him say, "Go to the other door. We'll open up our throne room." And they open up the little throne room.
Just like climb over the mimic. Let's get this over with. I'm about 5 minutes from blowing my last spell slot on a healing word.
You guys can. I can move you guys in there. Oh snap! Something went wrong. Hold on. I gotta reload this. The game said.
No,
The game
he's
said.
dead.
Oh snap! Something went on.
We defeated the GM. Everybody wins.
Everybody loses. Alright, let me see. There we go. So I can see things as Mickey for some reason. I can't see things as Varys. But when I do, I mean, I see what Varys sees. Interesting. So I see what you guys see now. But not everything. Very, very interesting. So, hold on. Let me make sure I fix my chat here real quick.
There
Okay.
it is.
Cool. Alright, so we're back. Yeah. Alright, cool. So we're back, and as you walk in here, you notice that both kings are sitting right next to each other. You notice how one is slightly shorter than the other. Just very slightly. So maybe he's got some insecurities going on. And that's
I heard you were short, but Jesus, man.
Guards! Guards! I'm just kidding. So Corbos and Nerkly are there side by side. You got Corbos on the left, Nerkly on the right. And King Corbos says, "Well, adventurers, thank you so much for solving the mystery of what's been killing our poor gnomes. Let's see, how can I repay you? Ah, yes. Give me 1 second." He kind of just walks away. You notice that there's like a little secret, like hideout right back here. He just kind of disappears.
Secret passage.
Back, he goes back into his room, and he comes back just with 2 gifts in mind. He comes over here and says, "Ah, yes, here we go. I brought you some gifts as a thank you." And he brings you 2 items. One is a hat, and one is a wand. The hat requires attunement by a wizard. It is known as the Hat of Wizardry. You can use the hat as a spellcasting focus for your wizard spells. You can try to cast a cantrip that you don't know, and the cantrip must be on the wizard spell list. You must make a DC of 10 out of an intelligence check. If the check succeeds, you cast the spell. If the check fails, so does the spell, and the action used to cast the spell is wasted. In either case, you can't use this properly again until you until you finish a full rest. This hat is cone-shaped, and it's adored with a gold crescent moon and stars around it.
Free cantrip hat.
But it has to be used by a wizard.
Yeah. Well, there may be a wizard in town who can use it. Maybe it'll help him defend.
They also give you a wand of pyrotechnics. And he says the inventors gave me this. This wand has a limited amount of charges. tell me it has about 7 charges, and while you're holding it, you can use one of your actions to expend one of the charges, and it'll create a harmless burst of light, right? And you can see it up to 60 feet away. It also has a little bit of a crackling noise that can be heard from up to 300 feet away, so it's very, very loud, so you gotta be careful. This light is very bright, like similar to a torch flame, but it only lasts a second. The wand regains 1d6 plus 1 expended charges daily at dawn. If you expend the wand's last charge, roll a d20, and on a d20 the wand erupts in a harmless pyrotechnic display and is destroyed.
Oh. So it is a wand of flare gunning.
Basically, you can use it as a way of adding light in front of you for like a second.
Alright. Now, your gifts are very much appreciated, my kings. And, well, we
Here's the-
humbly accept this as rewards
You guys should
for
see those
our
screens, right?
vanquishing. We didn't come here for us. The town of Phandalin is besieged by a white dragon, and any technological, military, maybe just manpower you could send their way to help them defend their town would be very much appreciated.
Well, we haven't heard about this dragon, so we really haven't created anything against them. We were dealing with our own things here within our city. That's-
From from what we might have understood is, do you have any sort of items that may help against a dragon?
Not
like-
with our current technology, no.
Any spare mounted crossbows laying in storage they could at least use to fortify the town? I know you got one trigger happy gnome over in the entry area who's got a bunch of crossbows laying around.
They says, that's Factory. Yep. Factory likes to play with his toys. But no, nothing we've created at the moment. We just have some stuff that are more so minor magical items.
Alrighty. So I'll bring the if we could just get a like what we got with the woman before, just like a signed note of accomplishment that we came here, we did our duty, and the 2 items that they gave us are what we're coming back with.
Okay. Cobra just writes a little letter and just says, "Yep, the adventurers helped. But careful with the bard. You might want to find someone a little stronger. Maybe you can find some new adventurers. They don't make them like they used to, apparently." He says he also makes very interesting puns. Keep an eye out on him. And he closes the letter, and you can see some wax being melted over there. And he looks, he's like, "So, adventures, huh? What do you know about this dragon?"
Not much, really. All we know is that it's been harassing Phandalin, and on our first day there, we saw it fly by, scorch part of a farm, and snatch up a cow.
It is a large white dragon.
You can see a little bit of a shock in his face as he's sealing the letter. It's like, "Oh dear, not Phandalin. Oh man, we haven't had to deal with the dragon in ages. hopefully you guys can get something. I'm really sorry we couldn't help you guys with something better.
Did he say a dragon or the dragon?
A dragon.
Okay.
When was the last time that you guys dealt with a dragon?
Can I like get a read on their faces? Like, do they have is there any sign that they know anything about like a local dragon?
Say that one more time.
Like, can I just like study their faces as they're like commiserating us, like saying, "Oh, that's so terrible." Like, are they like lying? Do they maybe like know something about the dragon that they're not sharing?
Go ahead and roll a perception roll for me. Nothing discernible. They look pretty. I mean, they look a little distraught at what's going on, but they don't have any face of like that they're hiding something.
All right.
When was the last time that you guys took part in or had to deal with a dragon yourself?
Nothing that I've been through recently. I've heard about it. Just in the past, there's been dragons that have been around the lands. Nothing in my lifetime.
Is there anyone you know of that may have dealt with a dragon before?
I don't, like, can you like point us in it? Like, we're on behalf of the town actively seeking aid in fending off this dragon. Can you like point us in a direction where we might find substantial help? Local heroes, legends of items of great power, a local poisonous weed called Dragon's Bane. I don't know.
No, nothing that we have here. As I said, we keep to ourselves. We just live here, right? We stay in our safe cave and really rarely ever step foot here. We hear things from word of mouth. We have two gnomes that like to come back in and out of the cave.
I think we met them in Phandalin. They gave us a quick rundown of how to get in here.
Well, I greatly appreciate you helping us, and we're glad that we were able to help you in some way with your problem. Certainly wish you all the best of luck, and if there ever is a need that arises again that you may need our assistance, feel free to contact us.
Okay, well, we'll do. We'll probably send our two gnomes to find you if we need it.
All right, Varys, let's get out of here. So we'll make our way out of the throne room.
Correct.
Before I close the doors, I will turn around and give them one last bow, and as I bend 90 degrees, just go like, "Good day, kings." And I'll close the door.
He says, "Strange fellow. Never. What did he just do? Why did he bow his head like that? Strange individual."
Let's get out of here. That one was silent but deadly. And I just locked them in a room with it.
As you guys walk away, oh God, what was that? Disgusting. As you guys
So shall we head right back to Phandalin?
as you guys walk by, the inventors are like, "Oh, the inventors, thank you so much for helping us. I've got a little bit of a gift for you. It's nothing great, just a little amulet." And he presents to you with an amulet. Says, "This is a Clockwork Amulet. It has little gears. It's powered by magic. For mechanics, it's a plane of clockwork predictability. So the way it works is if you put this, if you put it, what's it called? If you put your ear to it, you can hear a faint ticking and whirring noise coming from within. And what you do with it, whenever you make an attack roll when you're wearing the amulet, you can forego your roll and get a 10 every time. But you can only use it once until the next dawn."
Oh. I think that sounds right up your alley, Varys. You need a guaranteed hit.
So it's called, well, you don't add modifiers, it's just,
Oh, there's no modifiers.
Yeah.
I don't believe so. I can double check, but I believe it's just,
The creature that puts on an ear to the amulet can
it's called
hear
the
faint ticking
Clockwork.
whirring.
You guys are able to see this, right? I just shared it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Clockwork Amulet.
When you make an attack, you can forgo rolling to get.
Yep, and you guys can same thing. Compendium.
You get a 10 on the die. It doesn't say you don't use a modifier.
I'll look it up later.
That sounds good for you. Like if you know you're gonna be in the position where you'll have your sneak attack advantage, and if it does end up using your modifier, that's like a guaranteed like 15, which would be really good if you need to land that sneak attack.
So I just take this from the thing and just drag and drop it.
Oh right, I forgot to drag and drop the first two items. One was
the hat of wizardry, and then the wand of pyrotechnics.
Correct.
Yep. I'll carry those. You get the amulet.
So I had my sheet opened in a different window. Won't let me drag and drop from there. Can I just drag and drop it into that box for the items, or do I need to drop it at the bottom?
No, you can just
Not
drop it
quite
right
sure.
on
I think
top
you just
of
drop
everything.
it. I think you just drop it on the sheet and it'll add it to where it needs to be.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there it goes. Huzzah. Well, thank you very much for this amulet. I believe this will definitely come in handy for what we're looking forward to facing later on down the
We
road.
need every edge we can get against this mighty beast.
Okay. What do you guys want to do next?
What time? Well, like roughly what time is it in? Like what time of day is it now? How long have we been here?
You can't tell. You're indoors. There's no
Oh
light.
yeah. Well, we got here around noon. It's probably at least late afternoon. I say we just like make camp in the main cavern and head out tomorrow morning because I don't really feel that good.
Yeah, we can just do
So let's
our rest.
Go set up camp.
Well,
Like
they hear you talk about taking a rest and say, well, you can just go a little bit up north of here, right? And they just kind of like go a little bit up north over here, and you can take a nap there. You can get some rest there, and if you need some food, our cooks would be more than happy to help you out.
oh, I can try some of the mushroom cuisine.
As you walk in here, everybody, you notice about 8 gnomes are just asleep on the ground, just relaxing.
Like nap time at the local kindergarten. Alright, so catch a few Z's, Varus. I will find 2 unoccupied bedrolls and like line them up top to bottom so they are the size of a normal person.
Okay.
Sounds like a plan.
Alright, Mickey sleepy.
Alright, you guys take a full rest and make sure you get your health points back. Make sure you guys get your points back that you recover from a long rest.
Inspiration.
And with that,
slots.
we're gonna call it. Yeah, you guys should be full health again, and with that also, you guys are advancing to level 3.
Woohoo!
Huzzah.
You guys are now level 3, so make sure same thing like before. Direct Demanter, update.
Yes.
Let me know what you guys update. We'll cover that next session on Saturday. You guys have one more quest on the board at the moment.
Yes, the Dwarven Mines.
Yes, I believe it's a Dwarven Excavation quest is the last thing you guys saw when you guys were there.
Goo.
So next thing,
Oh no, I hear a dire hound.
so next thing you guys will need to do is come back to Phandalin and yeah, just bring it back to Phandalin and that will complete your quest for Gnomengarde. And if there's something that you don't want, you can sell it to the mayor for 50 gold pieces.
Alrighty. I get a bunch of stuff at level 3. Wow.
Alrighty.
Cutting words. Ooh. I can insult people in different ways.
Alright guys, thank you for the amazing session today. Good job today. Great job on the mimic, and you guys are just the paranoia. The level of paranoia you guys had all day today. Just walk in and be like, oh shoot, there's traps, there's this, there's that. You guys almost got shot a few times, you know.
I was very skeptical about. There's so much I was just so skeptical about. Like, as soon as we went into that room with the cooks, like I started assuming that like
dude,
it was something that just split into like a bunch of different ones, and then I'm just like, and then when we walk out and it was like a sigh, I'm just like, or like a sign of relief, I'm just like, part of me was like, God, like, do we go back in there? Do we like try to do something? Like I was just not.
Well, I was
At
hoping you
certain
guys
points,
would have
like,
listened.
I get lost into like what it should do or say. I just draw a complete blank on like, okay, like where or how should we go about this to like obviously continue to like move things along, and it's just like you just draw a blank.
Well, I was hoping you guys would have, like, after hearing, like, the sigh of relief and all that, like, one of you would have, like, kept your ear to the door or something like that. And then the fact that you guys the whole time were thinking it was a human, like a doppelganger versus a mimic, I was like, oh god, like, they're gonna just, I was laughing, like, oh my god, they're gonna start going around poking people over and over again, trying to see if they're a doppelganger. or a mimic. I was like, I could just see him just pissing off the entire
For
gnome.
whatever reason, when you poke a doppelganger with a stick, he can't be a person anymore.
Well, like when we first found out about it, that's why like when I was wondering like when they like copy that person, because I was about to like take out my dagger and like like basically like cut my arm to like make a mark that would like instead of the whole password thing that we came up with, I was just like, let's just make it marks on our arms so that that way we know who's who.
But no, you did a good job today, guys. Finding things out, and I think you guys pretty much explored the whole area. There was one area you guys didn't visit, but
I crit on my added health, so I am whole and hearty.
yeah, I saw an 8. Can you
I haven't done
and,
that.
yeah, Varus, whenever you get a chance. And then yeah. Do you guys have any questions for me before we call it?
Nope. We
No,
should
I don't think so.
probably figure out what's going on with our barbarian friend, though.
Yeah, I messaged him on Facebook,
May need to look for some new talent.
perhaps we'll see. I messaged him on Facebook, haven't gotten a response back, and then we'll see. I'll message him elsewhere, making sure that
So
he's
just you said roll? Not
yeah,
average,
roll,
right?
roll. I don't want average rolls. I just roll for it.
Oh.
Ooh, a 2.
Ooh,
Yikes.
it's gonna happen.
But then also now I have I pick a archetype.
Yep, level 3 is a
Yeah.
big level. Level 3 is you guys start to pick archetypes.
During that long rest, I remembered everything I learned in Bard College.
Arcane Trickster RFP.
But thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful weekend. I'll see you guys on well, throughout the week. We'll keep talking about it in the Discord if there's anything else that you guys have questions about. And then we'll same thing like this week. Well, next week we'll recap kind of what happened. We'll go over real quick what you leveled up and what you gained, and then we'll go from there.
Alrighty.
I guess have
Alrighty.
a great weekend.
Yep. See you guys later.
See you, man.